Yo, Photoshop just dropped a whole new update. Forget Firefly, that thing is trash. They're finally teaming up with Google Gemini and some new biz called FLUX. First up, we check out Gemini Flash 2.5. You ask it to generate a chair, it can make a whole house for you, not just a chair. It has the whole power of the first Hokage in its DNA. Gemini Flash is the one. Gemini Flash is him. Then next comes FLUX Kontext. What kind of name is this? Let's just add Pro to the back of that because that name was not confusing enough. Anyway, the crazy part is this is all inside Photoshop beta. You don't have to leave the app anymore. This is seamless, just like an Itachi Genjutsu. It's like a Genjutsu inside a Genjutsu inside a Genjutsu. You know, who's editing this video? Me or AI? You think you're editing this? Nah, bro, this is AI. The AI is editing you. You are in a Genjutsu. Wake up, wake up. You see what Adobe did here? They said Firefly is commercially safe. What are you trying to say? Firefly is trash. I thought this article was about Gemini and FLUX. Actually, this article is about Gemini. Let's just clap for FLUX anyway. At this rate, let's give it a couple of updates and you'll probably be able to generate yourself in Photoshop proper. But for now, you can only do this in Photoshop beta. And honestly, it might do a better job than what you're used to. The download is complete, so let's boot this up real quick and see what happens. Just like the article, you can see the first thing that is in here is the same artwork from Adobe where they're telling us about Gemini 2.5 Flash, aka Nano Banana, or FLUX as new options in Generative field. This is what this whole video is about, so let's just give it a spin. Now, they have this image in here and they want to walk us through how to use it, but
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
So what we're gonna do, we're going to close this image and let's say, what a pose. I don't know if this is Ino or Sakura. I don't want to have to destroy this image, and the first thing I'm gonna do is just duplicate this layer and hide the original one. And let's make this a smart object so we can always come back to it and we are sure that it is safe. I want to take her away from this environment. Now, I prefer to use the select from cloud because it's a whole lot more precise, and I'm just going to hit select and it should make a good selection. Modify and say expand a bit by 3 pixels. Okay. Generative field. It's telling me about generative field credits. And here we get to choose the kind of model we want to use. You can see by default, it seems to be on Firefly. We don't have time for that. It was last updated in 2024 October. We both know is trash, so let's just leave it out the way. Let's just make a couple of layers. So let's call this first layer Firefly. Let's call this one Nano Banana, and let's call this last layer FLUX. I would like to make all of them smart objects. Let's test out the Firefly and tell it to do something. Now, what do we want to say? Make her a ninja from Konoha. So I'm just going to copy that prompt and I'm going to say generate, and let's see how that turns out. So it's done, and we can't see what it has done anyway because we have the other layers above it. And yeah, remember the part where I said Firefly was trash? Well, yeah, Firefly is still trash. Okay, let's go. Let's try again, and let's say select, expand by 3 pixels as well, generative field, and this time I prefer if you use FLUX. And let's paste the same prompt and say generate. This seems to be moving somewhat faster than Firefly, but I guess Firefly's... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We can't even make a ninja. Okay. This is a fail. Let's go to generative field and choose our model to be FLUX. Yes, FLUX is selected. Let's reselect that and paste it in here, and let's see what it generates. Hopefully it wouldn't be as trashy as Firefly.
I beg your pardon?
Okay, so yeah, FLUX cannot generate any models because this goes against something. Okay, on to the next one. Let's move to Nano Banana and let's go to generative field again and ensure that we switch the model up to Gemini 2.5. And what do we do here? Make her a ninja from Konoha village. Let's see. Nano Banana. Wow. Okay.
Sensational.
Okay.
That's the word you're looking for.
This is quite impressive. This was the original image, and this is what Nano Banana has generated. I think it's quite impressive. And let's go to what FLUX generated. Oh, wow. FLUX couldn't generate nothing. Remember when I said Firefly was trash? Look at the results from Firefly. You know what? Maybe Firefly is not so much of trash. Let's just hit generate again and let's see if it will come up with better results.
This is some bullshit.
You can't make this up. What is this?
What?
What is this? Oh
Bro,
my
what are you
God.
talking about, man?
Stay focused. I can't. I just can't. Let's just go back to Nano Banana and ask it to generate. I like the fact that when you click on an option where you used a certain model to generate, it's gonna automatically switch back to that model. We can see the switch quickly when I move from the option we made with Nano Banana from Google and Adobe's Firefly. Firefly is great in the sense that it generates 3 options simultaneously, so you can choose from, but it doesn't really help that all 3 options are trash.
Some trash. Sort of some trash, yeah.
Let's just stick with Google for now. Yes, generate another ninja and let's see. Her fit looks crazy. The model is definitely not perfect, but compared to what Firefly generated, I'll take this any day. Okay, I'm not too happy with this one. I want to try something else, which is going back to my original model, selecting the subject of the model and saying generate with Google again, same prompt, and let's see the results. I prefer this, even though the shoe looks kind of crazy, but I think this is a whole lot more preferable to what we had in the original one. I don't know what the hands are doing over here, but it's passable. If we're blind, it's not the greatest generation, but I think we can work with it. Overall, it didn't seem to change the face of the lady too much. She still looks somewhat recognizable. It's impressive that it gives the aesthetic of a ninja. I'm impressed with this, but yeah. Firefly is trash. I don't know if I said that. And FLUX, yeah, it just didn't work at all. I think an easier way to work with FLUX will be to give it the job in bits. And let's put the same prompt and let's see what it does. I made a mistake. We have to switch this to FLUX and let's see what FLUX does with just generating parts of the image rather than the whole image, because it clearly is afraid of some guidelines and breaking those guidelines. Yeah, that's not working. Okay, so I'm gonna try one more thing, and the final thing with FLUX, it looks like it's trash. If it's not working, how do you come in here and you're broken already? Let's switch the prompt a bit to change her outfit to a ninja from Konoha. Probably ninja outfit, but let's see what this does. I hope this works, but if it doesn't work, I think we can solidify the fact that besides Firefly being trash, FLUX is not so really helpful yet.
Huh?
Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. This is not great. Let's generate 3 options. Yeah, it's trash. The verdict is this is trash. Oh yeah, this So let's try something else. I'll code it here so we don't have to waste time. And here is the prompt I used. Generate an instant camera photo of this person hugging a tree, and the person in question was this lady provided by Adobe. And this is what Firefly gave us. Yeah, Firefly is not the one. Firefly is trash. Firefly is trash, trash, and trash. Thank you very much. Let's move to the next one. FLUX. So FLUX was the second AI model that has been included in Photoshop directly. And you can see from the drop down here, we have Nano Banana, FLUX, and 2 versions of Firefly, which are both trash. From here, we do see that the option that FLUX gives us is rather impressive. So we have this option and we have this option. When it comes to prompt adherence, FLUX seems to have done a good job. Like, it pretty much understood the prompt and it gave a wonderful result. And the final result goes to Gemini. Again, let's compare and contrast the original image to the one prompted in Gemini, aka Nano Banana. And this is the first image. As you can see, this is the model that is selected and the checkmark with the checkmark. The first image. First attempt from Nano Banana or Google. This is so crazy. Let's just call it Gemini. This was the second attempts from Gemini, still close in looking resemblance to the original model. And the final one is this one hugging a tree as well. All very, 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 very good results compared to the original. Again, this is the work of Gemini. This is the work of FLUX. And this is the work, Firefly. Sorry. Yeah, Firefly. Adobe Firefly. Adobe Firefly is trash. Thank you very much. Thank me later. I did a different test. FLUX, I'll just make FLUX yellow. I'll make Google green. So in this prompt, I said generate a chair. Very simple, very basic. And I use the latest model of Firefly in the, I don't know why they have two versions. I think one is good enough. Put your best foot forward. They have Firefly Image 3 as the top model from Firefly. And I asked it to generate a chair, and this is what it generated for me. It generated 3 options, and the other 2 options, I don't know what this one is. I really can't tell what this is from the angle I'm even looking at it. Yeah. If we were playing Sims 3, Sims 4, I think this furniture will pass. For reality, yeah, the chair is looking cherry. Overall, this is the best. This is the best generation from Firefly. It's a great chair. It's a great chair from Firefly. Let's have a look at what FLUX did generate. Okay, that's impressive. That's also impressive. And this is also impressive. I like they're very clean mockups, 3D models looking like, and they're very realistic. I like them. FLUX has done a good job with this. Let's move to Nano Banana. Okay. Nano Banana decided to give environment, which is impressive as well. This is not bad. This is not bad as well. This is very good. This is like some kind of relaxation chair. I think this leg part will probably be best if it came a bit forward. Overall, I think it's a good result. In my opinion, the strong winner in this case, again, is Gemini, Nano Banana. Second place is definitely FLUX. I like this chair. I really like it. And yeah, Firefly, yeah, it's trash. I don't know what else to tell you. Firefly is trash. I like to change the background to the anime world of Konoha Village. So for this option, let's change this to Firefly. Let's change this to FLUX, and we'll change the last one to Nano Banana. What I want to do is select the inverse, which is the environment, and it is large, but it's 1800 pixels by 1200 pixels. Probably not the best way to use these things, but let's go start with Firefly. Let's just put in a folder as well. So we'll name the first folder changing the model, and let's name this folder changing the background. So back to this test, let's just make it a different color and make it orange and make this one greenish. Yep. So on the first try, we're going to Firefly and we'll switch the model back, and let's say it says commercially safe. My God. It was last updated in 2024. It's like Adobe has given up on AI. Their own AI. If it's that much of trash. Change the environment to Konoha Village. And we're off to a great start with Firefly. Okay, not bad at all. The details are far from being there. It gave her a TED shoe. My God. Firefly is amazing. I mean, it can give you extra legs. I like what it has done here, but I think it makes the environment too real. I'm probably going to want to augment the prompt to make it anime, but for now, let's see what the other generators can do. This is not a bad result. It still gives that kind of feel of Konoha, but real life version. And let's go here again and do the same thing. Select subject, select inverse, generative fill, and switch to FLUX, and let's change the environment to Konoha Village, and let's see what that does. Yeah,
He needs some milk.
I don't know how you guys hear. This is not so great. Let's try one more option. Let's just try one more option. Let's click on this and say generative fill again. Paste the same prompt. Change the environment to Konoha Village. Yeah, this is not great. Gonna just put the same kind of houses around, like it has only one idea in his head. Well, I do like the fact that in some way it does look like those background looking houses in the Konoha village. So overall for that, it's not bad, but the fact that he just drew in another version of the lady enlarged with different hair, I think that's crazy. So FLUX, it's not doing too great overall. Now let's just switch on to the model we're all here to see. Select this. Select inverse. I'm just not going to do anything else. I'm just going to go to generative fill, change the model to Nano Banana, and let's generate and see what it gives us. Wow. I mean, Nano is the... Just get your bananas from Nano. I mean, from Google. Like, I really don't know why Firefly is still in this software. I don't know why FLUX is in this software. Just go with Google. Google Nano Banana is the one. I'm not going to do anything extra. Remember, at one point I said I was going to augment the prompt to include anime in it, but it looks like Google Nano Banana already understood what I was talking about. Oh my god, the Hokage has changed. We're in a different city. Wow, I'm impressed. I think when it comes to prompt adherence, Nano Banana is the best model in Photoshop as of today. The rest are trash. I don't know if I said Firefly was trash, but yeah, Firefly is indeed trash. I'm just gonna do one more because I can't believe how trash Firefly was. And Nano Banana is just amazing. Come on now. You can't be giving extra but. But this is crazy. But the fact that it still maintains the environment, it's adhered to the prompt the best compared to the other models. This is what Google has generated with Nano Banana, and this is what FLUX. Let's go to the best results. I see some artifacts here of like generating extra. We can kind of kill all of that if we go back. This is where your knowledge of Photoshop is probably going to come into shine, because we can come back in here and say, hey, yeah, this is not amazing. You can have double buds. I'm just gonna carry on. So FLUX is the next best thing to trash, which the real trash is Firefly. The results were not too bad, but it lacks a lot of detail compared to what Google was able to generate. It put the environment in anime style enough to know that Konoha is from an anime world. So I do appreciate the fact that Google Nano Banana was able to do that. Google Gemini Flash Nano Banana. That's a mouthful of a word. And obviously the loser in this one, I wouldn't say necessarily the loser, but the least impressive. It's not too bad in the sense that it did generate what I asked for, but it's just not looking good compared to what Google was able to generate. Look at the Kages, whatever kind of Kages those are. This is more impressive what Google was able to generate compared to what Firefly was able to generate. Firefly is generating this kind of blurry background thing. I don't know if it's an attempt at depth of field or it just lacks the ability to do detailed work. But overall, the quality of the image is just straight up trash, and surely FLUX is the next thing to trash, where Firefly is the trash. And Nano Banana, need I say anything else, is the one when it's not giving you extra buds and extra fit. So I'll give one more generation, still giving an extra but not too excited, but I do respect the details in the background. I think one thing we can easily do is take the original image, select the subject, and probably just make a clone, or just put this above here and mask it out. And let's come on this one and say, hey, and using the same Google Nano Banana, I want to say remove. Okay, now this is impressive, and we can just bring back this model and put her here. We've lost the detail around the shoes, but that's fine in my books at this point. We could decide to paint it back from this image, and I'm just gonna have to try and shape my way through it and just make this grayscale. Obviously, you can see I'm trying way too hard to make Nano Banana present a great results. But overall, compared to the other tools, I think it's provided the best. And there you go. Yeah, there you have it. Google Nano Banana is the winner. And I'm impressed and I appreciate Adobe for including this tool into their arsenal of AI power-ups. Thank you. Go try it out. And if you're on the crack, just wait, or just go to Google Gemini. Bye.